Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Personal Development Success with, yes, me, Bram Lagrou. Today, what we are going to touch on is on the third different session, specifically talking about self-recognition as one of the four main elements of emotional intelligence. So as part of the Emotional Intelligence Accelerator, session 3 is about, yes, the green one, consciousness and assertiveness. Now, let's just say that your score of consciousness and assertiveness is 30%. Where is that? Pretty much on the lower end of medium. We still have a long way to go to actually become more conscious about ourselves and be able to stand up for ourselves when the time is right. So consciousness and assertiveness, two things that we want to share about that. First things first, it's intentional establishment of personal boundaries and appropriate limits. And on the other hand, it's choosing a path that expresses your self-worth through personal care and outward presentation. We call it sometimes your presence. Well, guess what? I remember very well when I was facing a potential new client, a huge opportunity in Switzerland to kind of really catapult my business into one of the top tiers in a very competitive landscape just by winning over this one account on its own. I realized that as these guys were really waltzing over me, I had to do something about it or I would regret it for the rest of my life. And as I stood up for myself and voiced my truth in an assertive and at the same time respectful manner, I was able to present my case emotionally intelligently. I wasn't pretty much giving everything away as they were trying to bully me into. And I actually was able to turn the tide to the better. And I was able to work out with these guys in a very positive, constructive manner from that day forward. But just like I do, it's this one little moment of truth where you step up, you claim your power, and you make yourself heard and understood by the other parties. That is where your self-assertiveness comes in. So again, we've got now in this particular situation, as an example, a 30% score for that consciousness and assertiveness. So what can we do differently? First things first is we create standards, values, and principles. And having worked with, for example, Dr. John DeMartini, who is huge on values, it's definitely important that we become clear about our standards, values, and principles. Because only when we know them can we live in conjunction with them. We can live in harmony with them, and we can also guard them if somebody is intruding on them. So ethics and values are not situation dependent. So be certain to internalize your standards and not adjust to accommodate others. Of course, at some stage you want to, be a bit flexible. At the same time, you don't want to make it so much that it's at your expense. So integrity means being who you are regardless of the situation. So again, create standards, values, and principles first. Secondly, adjust boundaries as you deem fit, because with different people, it's appropriate to have varying boundaries. Make sure you feel comfortable and safe. Some people will easily respect your values and the likes. With others, you will actually have to verbalize it. And again, do it not in a way that you're becoming aggressive and where you are self-defendant. It's more like you being confident in your own ability, being able to present it in a non-threatening way so that the other people will be more happy to help you with that. Last but not least, it's about maintaining self-value. So treat yourself right and require that others do the same. You don't just want to be a push-arounder, right? So it's important that you actually maintain self-value. You consider your needs and feelings. You consider what you need in terms of self-respect and leadership, and you adjust accordingly. So this is pretty much the three little nuggets for consciousness and assertiveness. We'll continue our journey in the next video. If you like this, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment or question below.